Hi, everybody. Oh my goodness, 3 days in a row. What else is possible? We're going to get started in just a minute. If you guys can't tell, I'm still adjusting to my body. Oh, yeah. All right. Welcome, everybody. All right. You guys excited to be here? You get me in my workout gear, even though because of I blew my back out yesterday. So we are working on it. Oh, baby. All right. So today, the transformation, we've been doing 3 live Facebook Live. So yesterday and the day before, and then today, we'll probably go for like an hour because yesterday we went for like 90 minutes. And I think I fried you guys. I know that at that point I was totally fried. So can you hear me? If you can hear me, say yes in the chat, please. If you are ready to get started, hey, hey, yay, wowza, right? Awesome. And some of you joined me. Hi, sweet Paula. Some of you guys joined me yesterday. So grateful. Okay, you can hear me. Yes, yes. Awesome. Guys, so have you gotten anything out of the last couple of days? And we'll see how long we go. We are going to dive in. I'm, of course, going to share some really cool stuff with you. And we also have a 15-day challenge coming up starting Monday. And you guys are welcome to join. What we put together for this challenge, I've never done before. And, you know, it's everything that I did in the beginning to go from depressed, stressed out, living paycheck to paycheck, lethargic, possibly even losing the mortgage, possibly filing for bankruptcy. And I took these tools, I took the tools of access consciousness and then my own information with the body and the body's awareness. And I put it into really just my own journey because I knew that where I was functioning from, which was happy on the outside, pretending to be happy on the outside, but inside something was dying. And I knew I needed to shift. And so I accidentally created something that completely transformed my life. I didn't do it on purpose. I just did it because I was desperate and I knew I needed to change. And so I bet, you know, if any of you can relate where you get to this place in your life and you're like, I am desperate for change. And if I look stiff, it's because I am, right? And so, you know, we talked about this yesterday on the live. I said, you guys can see I'm in my camo workout gear today. Although I don't think I'll be working out because I did something to my back. And this is what I want to share with you is I did something to my back. But instead of going into the wrongness, instead of getting upset, instead of getting frustrated, I actually was like, what is right about this I'm not getting? And so my point of view with the body is that when your body breaks down, when it gets in pain, when it starts to talk to you, when your digestive tract is off, when you get a backache or a body pain, when your stomach starts to hurt, when your heart starts to hurt, your body is usually trying to tell you, right? And give you information so that you can wake up. So there's a particular thing happening in my life right now, and I've been having to ask a lot of questions, look at it energetically, look at a lot of the pieces to it, and my back going out actually got me to see something that I intuitively knew but didn't want to admit. I'm going to say that. So how many of you can recognize that your body will give you the information of what you intuitively know, but you don't want to admit? So hold on, because I promised I would also do this on Instagram. I'm pretty bad at this, so I'm going to try and do Instagram and Facebook, right? Okay, cool. We got it. stiff person. Haha. I love it. You guys can see like my whole, usually I just show you my head, but we're going to go for it. Okay. So going live on Instagram and going live on Facebook. All right, my friends. So what I want to just invite you to consider, Marianne says, yeah, baby. Okay, so how many of you can recognize that your body will give you information, right? It gives you information, and then you intuitively and instinctively know the right choice, the right thing, and you go, nah. So it's funny because yesterday is when it happened. I woke up and my back was out. Well, the day before that, my body was like, go to the chiropractor, go to the chiropractor, go to the chiropractor, go to the chiropractor. I was like, when I have time. And I knew I wanted to go, but I literally ran out of time. And the truth is, here's the truth, I didn't make time. I made other things a priority, right? I'm going to say that again. The truth is not that I didn't have the time, is that I didn't make time. And so how many of you go into, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I don't have the confidence, I don't have the body, I don't have the business, I don't have the expertise, right? And actually, when you say that to yourselves, you're literally lying. It's not that you don't have it, it's that you're not making it a priority. Aha, aha. Yes, I love it. Paula says, I'm signed up already for the 15-day challenge. My body is giving me lots of info. Exactly. And so I'm so excited for this 15-day challenge. It's actually insane. And I might, if you guys are following on Facebook, Instagram, I'm afraid you guys won't be able to see it because I don't know how to share my screen, but I might show you what you can get. And we'll put the link in the comments several times today, but I would say get started today because we've got these emails and you'll also be connected to the Facebook group. We're going to invite you to prepare yourself. The challenge starts on Monday. And here's the deal is 7 years ago when I did this for myself because I needed to get out of my own head, I literally was doing it. Put myself on a year-long no judgment diet. I was literally doing it because I needed to change where I was functioning from here. I needed everything to change, okay? And what actually occurred, right, is I was just looking to change my body image, my self-esteem, how I felt about food, the obsession that I was doing, yeah. But what actually, hey, Maddie, hello. What actually happened is that not only did my body change, not only did I lose like 4 dress sizes, I didn't lose a whole lot of weight, but my shape totally changed. So yesterday, on yesterday's Facebook Live, I talked about don't ask for your body to lose weight. The body hates to lose. Ask for your body to become the size of sexy. Ask your body to be like more alive. Ask your body for more energy. Ask your body to change shape. Don't ask your body to lose. And actually, we have a live webinar at 2 o'clock today, so in a couple hours. Oh, which reminds me, I got to do something while you all are here. Okay, so stay tuned. I'm really cute. Multitasking. And so hi, Instagram. Yeah, we're live and I'm going to be talking for a little bit. So how many of you can recognize, right, that sometimes you will look at, and maybe Lindsay, if we want to put the link, if you guys want to join us today for the live class, right, you can fill out the survey, and I fixed the survey. So if you fill it out and you give us at the end of the survey your name and your email, we're going to send you a $297 audio on creating money for the adventures of your living. That's right. Creating money for the adventures of your living. There we go. So let's see. I forgot to do something, so I am multitasking. All right, my friends. So I wonder, there we go. You guys are awesome. There we go. Okay, we're done. We did it. Yeah. And so it's really interesting, this Ditch the Judgments is accidentally, when I started the Ditch the Judgments, I was doing it because I need to get out of my head. But what actually happened when I started Ditch the Judgments is that I ended up creating a multiple six-figure business in less than 10 months. And, you know, some people go, oh, that's not a big deal. And I used to think it wasn't a big deal. But here's what's true is I started it with less than $1,000 in my bank account. I started it when I had no money. I started it when I had no list. I started it when I had no following. I started it while I was nursing a 2-month-old, right? And so to basically have no money, no credit cards, no income, no and to take it in less than 10 months to $100,000 plus, I look at that and I go, wow. And here's what happened is because I had committed to not entertaining the judgments that I had about myself. I had all of this energy and all of this enthusiasm and all of this excitement to build a business, right? So how many of you, if you made $100,000 in the next year, that would change your life? How many of you, if you made $10,000 in the next 3 months, that would change your life, right? How many of you, if you made $1 million in the next year, that would change your life, right? And how many of you know that if you woke up every day looking in the mirror, loving your body, grateful for the skin you're in, that would change your life, right? Do that. So I want to invite you to consider the possibility of what your life would be like. Roxanne's like, yeah, baby, I love it. Hi, sweetness, I miss you. So it's interesting, and this is the thing, is when we change the judgments we have about ourselves that we think are real, our whole life changes. I want to say that again. When we change, I love you guys. Thanks for your activity, right? When you change the judgments you have about yourself, your whole life changes. Because what happens is you go, oh my God, not my judgments. Oh my God, not my problem. Oh my God, not my weight gain. And I say this a lot to people. I say, if you've been working on a problem for more than 6 months and it hasn't yet changed, chances are it's not your problem, right? And when I mean it hasn't changed, it hasn't lightened up, it hasn't shifted, it hasn't transformed. If you've been working on a problem for more than 6 months and it hasn't changed, hi, sweet Heather, right? And it's not your problem. And so it's funny because my back went out. Now I have had on and off for about, let's see, it's going on 15 years. I've had back and neck issues, right? So it's interesting because it is changing, but I just realized right now that most of what is back here ain't mine, not my problem. Been trying to heal a whole lot of things. So how many of you can relate to healing other people's bodies, other people's energies, other people's things, and it ain't yours, right? But for some reason, it keeps sticking around. For some reason, it keeps getting to you. So we're going to dive in today and talk about the transformation. So if you joined day one we talked about, and this was July 30th, if your body could talk. If your body could talk, what would your body tell you? Would your body tell you you're amazing? Would your body share with you all the money all over the planet that would like to create and choose for you, right? We talked about everywhere you have limitations, everywhere you bought things as real, which your body's like not really buying the limitation, right? Day 2, we talked about what your body is asking for, right? And so what energies, what foods, what businesses, what aliveness, what movements, right? What questions to ask, right? To change where you're at. And we went into some really cool questions. So if you haven't watched those, don't do it now, but go back. And those of you on Instagram, go ahead and check it out on the No Judgment Diet Facebook page. So all you have to do in Facebook, look for No Judgment Diet, like it, join, come on, and it's a free, it's not even a group, it's just a page, and you can go in and check it out. So today, the transformation, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about, right, don't ask to change your body and don't change your body. And this might be tough for some of you. Change your relationship to your body. Okay, that's going to be part 1. Part 2, we're going to talk about what judging you is really costing you. Okay, so what your judgments are costing you. And some of you are like, oh, I don't want to look at how much my judgments are costing me, right? My judgments of me were costing me over $100,000. In fact, I would dare to say that the judgments that I still have that I'm changing are probably costing me millions of dollars, right? And then part 3, we're going to talk about, right, getting into action and the best questions to ask to get you to go from feeling paralyzed and not taking action to taking action, to choosing different, and to stepping it up. Oh, baby. You guys ready for it? So if you're ready for it, I'm going to invite you right now to go ahead and share this. If you know somebody in your life who's like, oh my goodness, we're going to dive in. I'm going to give away some prizes. You guys are invited to join me in an hour and a half to a live class webinar where we will be giving away a $297 audio. Oh, baby. Okay. Awesome. I adore you guys. Yeah. Okay. So if you'd like to ask a question, post a comment, share an aha, give some hearts, please feel free. So we're going to dive into part number 1. Part number 1 is, you guys, can you tell how stiff I am? Ooh, I'm going to just pretend I'm not. How's that? Okay, so don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. So this is probably, excuse me, quite challenging for a lot of people. Don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. Have any of you ever been in relationship with someone that wants you to change? Sending love to me in my back. Thank you, sweetness. You've been on my brain a lot lately, actually. So it's interesting. So would any of you choose to get into a relationship with someone who you knew before getting into a relationship with them, they wanted to change you? I'm going to ask that again. Would any of you get into a relationship with someone that you knew before you got into a relationship with them, they wanted to change you? So I'm curious, would any of you do that? Press yes, press no, type in the chat, right? Would any of you get into a relationship with someone, oh baby, if you knew that they wanted to change you? Bam, right? Marianne says, no way. Right. And yet somehow we think it's acceptable for us to demand to change our body without being grateful for where our body is now. So don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. Aha. Say that one more time. Don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. So I'm going to tell a little bit of story. Right. Paula says, no. Right. Karinka says, no way. Been there, done that. All right, Heather says, hell no. I know. You guys, that's crazy, but this is what we do, is we actually will go in and we're like, oh, it's okay. I'm going to change my body before I get into a relationship with it. Before I have a loving, amazing relationship with my body, I needed to lose 5 pounds. I needed to gain more muscle. I needed to get sexier. I needed to make me more money, which is so insane, right? And so, God, this is so crazy to me. So I'm going to tell a little story. So when I started the no judgment diet, right, I had spent 20 years on diets. I've spent over $250,000. I'd gone to therapists. I'd been on antidepressants. I'd taken quick pills and teas and gone to boxing classes and gone to meditation classes. I even signed up for $100,000 grad school so I could figure out what was going on with my body. Okay? Totally insane. And I thought that if I could just lose the weight, that then everything would be fine. And so I went on this adventure to find the correct solution to have me lose the weight. And so it's really interesting is I wouldn't let myself breathe. I wouldn't let myself have the energy, right? I love you guys. No way. I love it, Joanne. Yeah. So Joanna says, no way. So I wouldn't let myself have the energy because I figured I didn't want to be okay with where I was if I thought that my body needed to change. And so I spent 20 years trying to change my body, trying to change my body, trying to change my body, So I'm sorry, but that's a little insane, right? Instead of changing my relationship with my body. Okay, so do you guys get this? If I were to have gratitude for my body, and I'm going to share this with you. If you were to have gratitude with your body, instead of asking to change your body, what would that create? More or less, right? If you were to have gratitude for your body, instead of trying to change your body, would your body change? Right? So most of us are waiting to exhale, waiting to have gratitude, waiting to be okay until the body changes. But actually, the trick is to have gratitude so it can change. Gratitude when the pain shows up. Gratitude when the digestion is off track. Gratitude for what it's actually showing you, right? Oh, baby. So don't try and change your body, change your relationship to your body, and your body will change. So right now, I want you guys to just give yourselves, give your body a little gratitude. Wow. Wow. Can't want you, baby. Wow. Yeah. So could you imagine what your life would be like if you started today to wake up with total gratitude for your body? Can you imagine what it'd be like today if you woke up in total gratitude for your body? You guys can't do it. You can't do it. So I'm going to share a little story. So I guess it was about 7 years ago, right? When I had started this whole process. And what I would do is when I knew that I needed to change my mindset, and here's what happened is I had been doing the paleo diet. I had tried keto. I had, tried P90X. I bought a trainer. I had done you guys, the amount of I wish I had saved it, but when I moved, I actually threw away a lot of that stuff, but I had like piles. I even bought like a bar, like to dance in my own home, but like doing stretching and like all this crazy stuff. And so here I am, and I'm like trying to do it right, and I'm trying to do it right, and I'm trying to do it right. And one day I go to try on my clothes because I had been working really hard, eating right, exercising right, like doing all the right things, right? And I went to go try on a pair of pants that were like my measure. So how many of you have an outfit, whether it's a dress or a pair of pants or something that is your measurement for success, right? And you, like, when you're feeling good, you try that on to perceive where you're at with your measurement of success. Any of you got those? Your measurement of success? Yeah. I'd look at me naked in the mirror and smile. I love it, right? And so here we have this, like, we have these things. So I go to try on my clothes. There we go. I go to try on my clothes and they don't fit, and it doesn't feel good, and it's not working. And so guess what happens? Instead of being grateful for my body, I start to get frustrated. I start to cry. I start to get upset. Like, what's wrong with me? Why isn't this working? What have I done? Notice that none of that is a question. All of that is a thing. So I remember just standing there, heart pounding, tears, frustration, like just being overwhelmed and going, come on, universe, something's got to give. I cannot figure this out. What do I need to do? Who do I need to be to have more ease with my body? What needs to happen for this to change? Right. And so I remember sitting there and going, all right, it was kind of like, wow, I've tried every diet, I've tried every exercise program, I've tried everything under the sun. And here's why I'm telling the story and going into detail. And none of it really worked permanently, because at the end of the day, I still felt this overwhelming sense of I'm not enough, I'm not pretty enough, and I'm not skinny enough, right? Can any of you relate to this? And so, sometimes I feel strange talking about it, but I look at myself now and I'm like, I can't believe I thought those negative thoughts about myself. And I look at pictures of myself back then and I go, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Right. Absolutely. Right. Or she says, absolutely. But I look at pictures and I'm like, wow, I was beautiful then. What is wrong with me? So it was that moment that I went, something's got to change. If I've tried every diet, if I've tried every exercise program, if I tried to change my body and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck and I'm still frustrated and I'm not making really any huge progress. And it was like, okay, Katherine, you've tried everything. But here's the caveat. I tried everything but the one thing, right? That's in actually the 15-day challenge. And if you guys want to join, you're welcome to join. So I had tried everything except having gratitude for me. I had tried everything except asking my body what it wanted to eat, right? Right? I had tried everything except not following a plan. And I had tried everything except creating a relationship with my body. So how many of you can relate, right? Is when something goes wrong in your body or in your life, what do? The first thing we're taught to do is go ask somebody else their opinion of what you should do. I'm sorry, but if you found the love of your life, right, and you're like madly in love, madly happy, madly doing everything, I'd love to join the challenge. The ebook is Beyond Words. Cool. Well, we'll pop the link into the chat. We'll also put it in the book. We'd love to have you join the challenge. You guys, we're giving away over $3,000 of value, and it's only a one-time investment of $97, 15 days, the Facebook group, all the amazing stuff that you get. I kind of pinch myself. I'm like, oh my goodness, we're giving this away. So we'll put the link in the chat for you for the No Judgment Diet. And if you feel like you would like to share this with somebody who could use this message, please feel free to share it, right? The more the merrier, because my target for the planet is what would it be like for 10 million bodies to be out of judgment? What would it be like if you were in an airport or on an airplane or in a restaurant and there was no judgment? Aha, right. So what else is possible? So we'll put the link in the chat for you. And it's really simple. It's, oh, maybe not so simple, because the No Judgment Diet hyperlink is a little bit strange. And I am, hi, sweet Ava. Welcome, welcome. So glad you're here. Let's see, it's DT, ditch the judges. There we go. I'm in. You go, girl. There's the link. I love it. Ditch the Judgments Challenge. So we just posted the link in there. You are welcome to click on that link. We start on Monday, but here's the cool thing. Don't wait, because we're actually closing the doors Sunday at midnight. I used to leave my online courses open because I was like, oh, well, in case people want. It's like you wouldn't show up to a 3-day workshop a day late, would you? Right? But for some reason, we think it's acceptable to show up to a online course. Cool, thank you. My phone, I can't access my phone. For some reason, I can't see you posting. So awesome, awesome. What else is possible? So for some reason, it's not showing up for me, Linz. But awesome, awesome. So yeah, it's like, you guys wouldn't show up to a live class a day late and expect to get the same results, right? You'd miss it. Oh, look at you go. Thank you, Lindsay. You're awesome. So if you guys know that this message would resonate, right, with other people, please feel free to share. Please feel free to share the link if you're like, hey, I'm joining this challenge and this is why I'm joining this challenge. Because what if you started today to start to change the way you see yourself? I know you do. Thank you. Yeah, baby. Awesome. So, oh, this is amazing. So, I look at, it's not about changing your relationship, right? I'm sorry, it's not about changing your body, it's about changing your relationship to your body. And once you change your relationship to your body starts to change. I'm going to say that again, because this is really juicy. It's not about changing your body. And this is a good one, Linz, for a meme. It's not about changing your body. It's about changing your relationship to your body so your body can change, right? Because how many of you, if you were in relationship with your significant other and your significant other was like, you got to change, 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 the energy that you would give your body is probably like, no thanks. I don't think so, right? But if you're the person you're in relationship with wakes up and is like, I'm so grateful for you, I'm so grateful for you, I'm so grateful for you, then you actually desire to change more. And so for some crazy reason, we think that if we demand our body to change without being grateful, that it'll create change. So you guys with me on that? Right? So funny. So number one, right? Don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. Aha. Number two, we're going to dive in. And number two is what judgment is really costing you. Ooh, this is a topic I really like talking about it, but I don't really like looking at it. Karinka says, oh, yes. So come on and join in. Yeah, Ditch the Judgments Challenge. We start Monday, ready to rock and roll. And so number two is, what are your judgments really costing you? I did a talk in Dubai several years ago, and I I did this presentation, and it was like a 6-minute presentation. I did with the audience, and I held up, and I'll use this as an example. I'll use 2 pieces of paper, right? I held up 2 books, right? 2 books. They looked exactly the same on the outside. And I said, okay, so what if, right, one of these books was free, right? And what if one of these books was going to cost you $1 million? And so it's really interesting, because when we have judgments of ourselves, right? The book of costing $1 million, the judgments are, I'm not enough. I'm not lovable. I don't matter. I don't like my body. I don't have enough confidence. I'm afraid to get my business started. I'm afraid to raise my prices. I'm afraid to leave my relationship. I'm afraid to stand up for what I desire, right? All of those messages that you tell yourself every day, they're costing you over $1 million. And yet every day we open this book of judgments that we have about ourselves, and we read it and we believe it and we think it's real, right? And yet every day we have another choice and another option, which is to open the book that's totally free. And inside that book that's totally free, not only does it not cost you, it can create hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. It can create the wealth of relationships. It can create the joy and the magic and the exuberance and the lightness and the freedom, right? And so every day we have this choice to open up the book that says, I adore you. I'm grateful for you. You have an amazing body. You're an amazing person. You're kind. You're, you light up the world. I am so grateful for who you are in the world. Every day we have that choice to open this book and to read it and to believe it and to have it, right? And every day we also have the choice to open the book that costs us over $1 million. So how many of you can resonate with this, and how many of you have been giving a little bit more attention to the book that's costing you $1 million, right? Now, if I said to you, this book right here is going to cost you $1 million, do you want it? Do you think you'd buy it? You'd be like, I'm not going to pay you $1 million for my judgments, right? I'm not going to pay you $1 million. And yet, every day we buy the book of judgments every day. And we're like, I need to take this book of judgments to my therapist. I need to take this book of judgments to my massage appointment. I need to take this book of judgments to my bars class. I need to take this book of judgments to my, to my coach. And you basically look at these judgments instead of taking the book that doesn't cost you anything. Yes, Karinka says, give me the free one. Marianne says, not a chance. Right, but here's the thing, my friends. How many of you are buying, reading from the book of judgments? So this ditch the judgments is actually, I found a really fun way, and I got a secret weapon inside this ditch the judgments that literally can transform not just your body, but transform your life. Because I remember that day that I made a commitment, standing at myself, looking at myself in the mirror and going, oh my God, I've spent 20 years on diets, exercises, hating my body, hating this, and it hasn't yet changed. If I actually choose something totally different, what could that change? And I remember 3 months into my own challenge, right? I wasn't doing it for a business. I wasn't doing it for anybody else, right? Now that's heavy, exactly. And so I was doing it for myself because I knew I needed to change. Well, 3 months into it, I looked and I went, oh my God, I'm happier. Oh my God, I'm skinnier, but I'm eating more ice cream, more chocolate, more eggs, more bacon than I've ever eaten in my life. And I'm not freaking out about exercise, but I'm moving my body in a way that's fun for me. And holy cow, my jeans are fitting better. I actually had to buy new clothes, right? Things were falling off of me. And I looked and I went, Oh my gosh, and my bank account is growing. Oh my gosh, and my relationship is happier, right? And so what happened as a result of this secret weapon in the Ditch the Judgments challenge, high sweetness, right? In the Ditch the Judgments challenge is that all of the sudden, as I was looking at my points of views about my body and letting them go in the moment and not buying them as real, I started to see my physical body change. But here's the secret that I didn't realize was happening underneath the surface is I was addressing the physical changes, the physical differences, the physical stuff. And what started to happen was that the judgments that were in my body from lifetimes ago, sorry that the I wish it was brighter, but it's not. So the physical judgments from lifetimes ago were actually leaving my body. So the judgments that I didn't even know I had, and all of a sudden I had all this space, right? And so here's what's really magical about the Ditch the Judgments challenge is you think you're going into it to change your body. Right? That's why I was doing it. You think you're going into it to change your relationship. Let's see if this works. There we go. Little magic light. I don't know if it changes it, but we'll see if that works. So you think you're going in to change your relationship. Doesn't really work too much. Maybe it does. But what actually happens is it changes everything that's been stuck in your body from every lifetime. And then you start to have more space. You start to have more ease. You start to have more freedom. That's a little bit better. Do it on this side. Ready? Ready? Whoa. There we go. Okay. So that's what I want to say with you, share with you guys is what if, right? Oh, that's awesome. You're joining. Yeah, baby. Okay. So who else is joining Ditch the Judgment? So 15 days, we start on Monday, but here's the deal. Start now. Why? Because the judgments you don't even know you're telling yourself. And this is what I realized. The judgments I didn't even know I was telling myself were what were stopping me from taking action, what were stopping me from having more. And, you know, it's funny, this didn't just happen for me. I've watched it happen for hundreds of people all over the world in different countries, in different languages. They start to look in the mirror and they start to get happier. And they're like, Katherine, I don't understand. I'm like, well, it's not for you to understand. It's for you to receive. And the body is this amazing, amazing, amazing vessel. You guys, the body wants to make you more money. The body wants to make your life easier. The body wants to contribute to you in every way. So what's actually possible? Oh, baby. Adriana, are you joining? Oh, yeah. I adore you guys. How does it get any better? Okay, so number one was, right? Can you send me some magic for my internet, please? Yes, darling. And here's the other thing you can do is you can ask the wires to open up with ease. Ask the communication to open up with ease. There we go. Oh, baby. That light didn't really work. Let's see if it makes it any brighter. Let's try that one. See if that changes it. So, love that. Right. Awesome. Love it, love it. Okay, so my friends, what is possible with your life 15 days from now? How many judgments would your body like to let go of that you don't even know you're hanging on to? And most people go, oh, I don't want to look at my judgments, right? I don't want to look at my judgments. It's like, well, if you were willing to look at your judgments and it didn't have to be hard, you don't have to look at them to let go of them. You just have to be willing to let go of them. You just have to let your body be willing to let go of them. Ooh, baby. Okay, so number one, we did which is don't change your body, change your relationship to your body. Number 2 is what judging you is really costing you. So check this out, my friends. So think of something that you've wanted to do and you decided not to do it. Okay? Because you are using the excuse of you're not ready, you don't have the time, you don't think you can, right? Woo, baby. Okay, so here's what your judgments are costing you. If you decide not to start a business, your judgments aren't just costing you the money you would make by starting the business. Your judgments are also costing you all the lives you would change if you were willing to start your business. Aha. Okay, so what else are your judgments costing you? So your judgments of your body are costing you receiving more money. But here's the thing, your judgments of your body aren't just costing you receiving more money. Your judgments of your body are costing you receiving a relationship that would nurture you. And if you're currently in relationship, your judgments are costing you being in total communion with the other person you've been choosing to be in a relationship with. I think that's a mic drop. Okay. Your judgments are costing you being totally present with your kids. Your judgments are costing you being aware of the next choice you could make to change your life. Right? And most people go, oh, whatever. But here's the deal, my friends. Most of us are spending a minimum of 4 hours up to 12 hours a day judging ourselves. Don't believe me? Right. What would it take to be willing to let go of all the judgments? Well, Isabella, that's the thing, is it's just a choice, right? And it's so funny is most people, and me included, most of us are not willing to just let go, ditch all the judgments. We're like, no, I'm so used to this judgment. Right. Adriana says, I've always judged my body no matter how good I looked. So Adriana, I have a question for you. Is it yours? So Isabella, what would it take to let go of the judgments? I would invite you to join the 15-day No Judgment Challenge. We start on Monday. Right. It's insane how we buy the lies, totally. And so are the judgments you have of your body yours? Are the judgments you have of not being good enough, are they yours? Are the judgments you have of being scared to start a business, are they yours? Here's the deal, my friends. Most of our judgments, they're not ours. It's so crazy. And yet for some reason, when we wake up in the morning and we don't let go of them, our body's like, okay, I guess I'll carry on my judgments. Right. So Adriana, double dog dare you to join the challenge, right? And see what it would create. Because here's the thing, my friends, and this happened for me by accident. I started doing this, what we're going to do in the Ditch the Judgments Challenge. I started doing it. And what started to happen was that all of this freedom, all this joy, all this space, I started making more money. I started getting happier. I started to be aware and inspired to put myself out there more than I'd ever been willing. Right. So Adriana says, my parents and people around me could not cope with my sexy body. Exactly. But for some reason, you're still dumbing it down, darling. For some reason, what if right now, today, you committed to actually letting go of your judgments? Right. She says, I'm joining, of course. Well, I would encourage you guys to join today because here's the thing. We're going to get you emails right away. We're going to connect you to the Facebook group. We're going to give you mini challenges. We start on Monday and oh my goodness, get over $3,000 worth of value. And it's only a one-time investment of $97. You get lifetime access to the audio, to the recordings, to the PDFs. You get a PDF downloadable workbook for you to print out and fill it out and join along. It's going to be It's going to be amazing. That's what I'll say. And so I'd highly encourage you guys, if you're going to join and you know people that want to join, please feel free to share it. Yeah, baby, I'm committed. Well, darling, I challenge you, Adriana, because I guarantee that at least, now this is a bold statement, okay? At least 3 things will change for you. And if they don't, Adriana, I'll personally do something nice for you. Okay, cool. Yeah. So Isabella says it's the looking at life and in the mirror through the judgment glasses, exactly, instead of choosing the greater possibility glasses. And this, I talk to so many people on a daily basis, and they say, like always, I love it. They say, I'll go on a date when I lose 5 pounds. I'll start a business when I have a website. I'll raise my prices when I have enough money in the bank account. I'll raise my prices when I know I'm delivering the value to my clients. And we have all of these, I'll start when. And this is the insane thing, is when you retrain your brain and retrain your body to actually do it now, right? So instead of I'll go on a date or I'll go on a dating website when I lose 5 pounds, what if you put yourself on a dating website, and because you put yourself on a dating website and you went on that date and the person you went on the date with starts to lust after your body and you like them, your body instantaneously loses the 5 pounds because it's excited, because it's energized, because it feels, right, alive. Imagine what that would be like. Imagine you raise your prices and your bank account instantaneously grows. We have all these insane conclusions. So the challenge, and I love what you wrote, right, is Isabella wrote, is you actually start to create now. And so the challenge is a sneak attack that gets you to actually not just let go of your judgments, it gets you to create your future and create your life. Ooh, baby. Okay. So you guys got it? So we did number 1, right? Don't change your body. It's so sexy, right? It is sexy. This course is so sexy. I cannot even tell you guys. And it's brand new. And I actually can't guarantee that it's only going to be $97. I actually am in a mastermind group, and the mastermind group was like, Katherine, you're insane to offer this challenge for $97. This is what it's going to change for people. This should be at least $197, at least $197. I was like, yeah, but I want people to choose it. But you guys, my life's not going to change if you don't choose it. Your life is going to change if you choose it, and your life won't change, or it's not that it won't change if you don't, because you guys will follow your awareness, but how much greater would your life be if you chose the 15 days? I remember one time I was standing in the mirror and doing the exercise we're going to do every day in the Ditch the Judgments. Yeah, baby. Anna Mari said, I just joined. Amen. Yeah, I love it. Awesome. So I love it, Anna Mari. Welcome, welcome. So we will get you sorted in the Facebook group. I think we got a lot of people that chose it today. How cool is that? Yeah. And so, my life isn't going to change that drastically, but I know that your life will, right? And here's what is insane to me is that we somehow are waiting for the proof before we'll choose to be. So you guys can fill in the blank. You're waiting for the proof to change your body. You're waiting for the proof that somebody wants to date you or marry you. You're waiting for the proof to have a successful business. And then you'll choose to be the energy. And what we do is be the energy now. But I remember standing in the mirror one day. And I remember standing in the mirror, and my biggest place that I have always judged myself the most for was my butt and the backs of my thighs, right? Like you can compliment me and I'll be like, I could take that. But the minute you say something about the backs of my thighs and my butt, I'm like, like in tears on a puddle, crying, pinching, like looking in the mirror. And so I remember one day I was looking in the mirror and I was doing the exercise that we're going to do in the Ditch the Judgments, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm like doing it over and over and over again, right? I'm doing it over and over and over again. And I remember like all of a sudden my thoughts started to change. All of a sudden it started to get lighter. I'm like, okay, keep going, keep going. And I started to be my own cheerleader, right? And then all my life used to do that until I started Access. Well, isn't that interesting? So and I don't know what you used to do, but what did you used to do, Adriana? So I'm sitting in the mirror and I'm looking at the mirror and all of a sudden, right? All of a sudden what I was seeing in the mirror, so my cellulite, the dimples in my butt, whatever you want to call it, all of a sudden it started to literally, physically, visibly change. And I was like, no, no, no. And I like remember like rubbing my eyes and like shaking my head and then looking back in the mirror and like still doing the exercise that we're going to do in the Ditch the Judgment challenge, right? Ditch the judgment of being me. Well, you better get back to it, darling, right? You better get back to it because you're too amazing to hoard any judgments in your body. Right? Our bodies are the ones hoarding our judgments. And so this challenge, let's go. So I'm in the mirror, I'm looking at the mirror, and all of a sudden the cellulite and the dimples, they start to smooth out. And I was like, no, 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 that must be an illusion. And I look over and I do it again and it starts to smooth more. Right? And I was in such disbelief that I actually took a picture and then looked at the picture and I could not see any cellulite, any dimples, any wrinkles, any blood. And I was like, oh my God, this works. And I remember the sensation and the heart pounding and the like, oh my God. And I went, oh my God, if this can change that, the thing I never thought I'd be able to physically change in my life, if this can change that, holy crap, what else could it change? And literally, my friends, as if by magic, as if overnight, I went from looking at my life from a completely different point of view. I started to see all the places where I would secretly tell myself, and I didn't even realize I was telling myself, I'd secretly tell myself, I can't do it. I'm not good enough, to yes, you can do anything. Because when you begin to change the things that you think you cannot change, and all of a sudden they physically, visibly change for you, your whole life can change. Yeah, I love it. I love it. So Maya says, I'll start this when everything will be perfect. This is how I used to do it. Well, no more. No more. You start today. You start where you are. You start now. So number one, we talked about don't change your body, change your relationship to your body, right? Don't change your relationship to your relationship. Don't change you, change your relationship to you, right? Don't change, don't change what you've decided is possible. Change your relationship to what's possible. Aha, right? Can I get an amen? I love it. Okay, cool. So yeah, you create the change. And so that's number one. Number two that we talked about, what are your judgments actually costing you? Are they costing you confidence? Are they costing you more ease in your current relationships? Are they costing you more ease in your parenting? Are they costing you a lot of money that you don't even want to know? Are they costing you being willing to take the risks that will change your life? Right. Amen, sister. Yeah, baby. Okay, cool. So number three, part three, and then we'll say sayonara, and hopefully I'll see some of you on Ditch the Judgments. And also, if you'd like to sign up for the live class, I'm doing a live class in an hour and hope to see you there. So Number 3 is the best questions to ask to create anything. So getting into action. Okay. And this is, hopefully you guys are getting how this all lines up. Are you getting this? Thumbs up, hearts if you're getting this, right? You're getting the information. Are you walking away from today's live with at least one aha that you can implement right away? Are you walking away with at least one aha that you recognize that if you change your relationship, okay, cool. Yeah. So if you want to post in the chat or comment what has changed or what one aha, please feel free to do it. And Marianne says, aha. So I want, if you feel bold enough, I want specifics if you want to type in the chat your specifics. Yeah, baby. Okay, so number 3 is to get into action, right? And the best questions to ask to create anything. And so now, right, Adriana says, yeah. So now that you have, right, the resources, the knowing, right, to get into action. So when a judgment comes up, I'm not good enough. Or let's just take, for example, here's a good one that a lot of people can relate to. Let's say you get this gut hit to go up to a stranger and talk to them. So maybe it's somebody that you're physically attracted to. Maybe it's somebody you're like, I just don't know why I need to connect to them. Maybe it's for a business, right? Ooh, Isabella says, my aha has changed my relationship with myself. Amen, Isabella. Amen. Okay, so you change your relationship to yourself. And so most of us, when we are in front of a situation where we can take a leap of faith and actually go like talk to a stranger, right? Go like shake hands, say something, right? Maybe it's you see somebody and it reminds you of someone you used to know, and it's not actually that person. You're like, oh, I don't want to bother that person. What if you had the guts, the balls, the confidence, the intuition to go over and talk to that person, and that conversation changes something for both of you? Right. Ditch the judgments that don't contribute to my life at all. Change my brain. Yeah, and choose different. I love that. Adriana, I love it. Well, amen. So don't join the challenge, right? So this is, yeah, baby, I got it. So here's the thing is, I remember I told this story, I believe it was yesterday. I'm going to tell it again because this is how potent this is, right? I was at a live event and I was asked at the live event if I wanted to be featured in a 50,000 person newsletter. And they were like, we'd like to feature your business. We'd like to feature your healing work. We'd like to feature what you do because you are changing lives and people need to know you exist. And at the time, I had decided that I wasn't ready. I didn't have awesome. Well, you can definitely listen to it later. You're so welcome, Paula. So, yeah, baby. So it's interesting. So we, sorry, you guys, I'm really autistic. And so I've got like different things going on. And it's, you guys are also, commenting. I get a little sidetracked and sometimes my story gets a little convoluted. So, anyway, I want to, invite you guys, one, to dish the judgments, but two is I'm sitting there with this invitation to a 50,000 person list. And I said no, because I didn't have a website. I didn't have something professional for people to look at. And I remember walking to my car after I had said no, and like my heart was sinking, gut pounding, like head was hanging low. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to say no to a possibility again. I'm never going to say no to a possibility again. I've decided that I'll never be ready, right? But here's what we talked about yesterday is you can never be ready, can only be willing. And so remember I said, I'll never say no again to something that's going to create greater for my future. And so I have been saying yes to almost everything that I get a hit that says yes to my future. So people ask me the weirdest questions, things that in the past I would have said no to. I've been saying yes. And what happens is doors are opening all over the planet. Doors are opening. Right? And so if you said yes to get into action, do you want to raise your prices? Yes. Okay, cool. When are you going to do it? Next week. What date, right? So as humanoids, we're like, oh, I don't want to choose a time because what if I screw up the time? Right? And what we need to do is actually start getting into action now, right? Wow. Exactly. And so most of us go, oh, well, when I'm ready, when I get my judgments all cleared up, then I'll take action. And actually, that is one of the biggest lies. And it's the biggest difference between someone who has a successful business, a successful relationship, a successful parenting, if you want to call it that, right? To someone who is depressed and always wishing they would have started. Yeah. Always wishing they would have started. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. Aha, right. Adriana says, I did already. Yeah, baby. I love it. You're awesome. So, yeah, you guys, this is about when you get the hit to make a phone call, you make a phone call. When you get the hit to buy a dress, you buy the dress. When you get the hit to go to a class, go to class. When you get the hit to call, somebody and say thank you, you do it and get into action. And here's the thing, the more you get into action, the less judgments will start to rear their ugly head in your life. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So Adriana says, and I'm shocked some people and I worked around the 10% that was aligning with their beliefs. I'm not sure I understand 100% what you're saying, but I get the gist of it. And so my friends, thank you so much for taking the time to be here live. I do not take your time lightly. I know that all of our time is important. So I'm hoping that this contributed to you. If you'd like to join the challenge, we start Monday, but here's the deal. You have to sign up by midnight Sunday because you don't show up to a workshop a day late, right? So this is no different. We are going to be doing videos and audios and clearings and energy pulls, and you can go to the link and find out more information. It's so freaking amazing. You are so welcome. Thank you for being here. And what else is possible? Oh my goodness, what else is possible? All right. I asked, as you told me, for the people that are, willing to pay what I'm asking for. Yeah, I love it. Yes, right. Increasing prices. Exactly. No more buying the lie that people can't afford it. Okay. No more buying the lie, right? That people can't afford it. Baby, right? No more buying the lie that you don't have time. Right? No more buying the lie that you're not good enough or you can't or you don't. It's more like, wow, I haven't yet chosen that. Wow, I haven't made time a priority, or I haven't made that a priority to have the time for it. I haven't had my bank account be a priority for it to be filled, right? Whatever your story is, start to look at, So here's my challenge to you is what one action can you take today that you've been procrastinating on that will change your reality right away? Amen. Prices, girl. Raise them, raise them, raise them. Because as long as you're aligning and agreeing with other people's point of view of lack, you will create more lack for you. And so this challenge, this ditch the judgments, no more lack. Ain't no how. Amen. All right, my friends, I adore you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Please feel free to share this video if it resonated with you, if it is something that you recognize in yourself, and I wonder what magic it can create for you, for the planet, and what would it take? 10 million bodies out of judgment. What would the planet be like? What would our children's future be like? So my friends, you are magical. Thanks for taking the time, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. Amen. And I'm going to invite you guys, before I go, tomorrow, join me for a special live that haven't told anyone. Tomorrow noon, I'll be doing another one, right? Same bat time, same bat channel. See ya until next time. Bye-bye.